Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Today we're going to run a solo Duviri as Stalker, being that this is one of my options here. So we're going to do the lone story. I am not on Steel Path because personally I feel it is not better to do this on Steel Path. Steel Path takes like an extra 10 minutes approximately to get one of these runs done, whereas when you do it on like normal, you a lot of times can wind up getting this done in under 20, which is great. There have been times where I've gotten this done in like 12 minutes. So I appreciate this a lot better as if I were to do it on Steel Path. I'm only getting like 5 extra Pathos clamps, so I don't really feel like it's super worth it. I'm going to grab the Bosmu here. And by the way, just a reminder, I kind of can't show it now, but once a day, you could just run over here and it gives you free resources. And you keep them whether or not you finish the mission. Like whether you complete or fail Duviri, you get to keep those anyway. So pointing that out because that's wonderful. Let's go in here and see what we got. We are gonna pick here. Melee attacks are heavy. Normally when I'm doing like circuit runs, I will pick whatever I can to either aid my Warframe or my weapons, but being that I'm Stalker and the weapons that I currently picked, the only thing that really matters to me right now is my Drifter. So I'm actually gonna pick this for my Drifter because it's gonna make slapping Thrax or Dax enemies in here a lot easier than if I didn't do that. I'm also gonna have a kind of like catch you guys up on some news that's going on in Warframe right now, because why not? So right now, Movember 2023, if you guys haven't redeemed that one already, you can throw that into the redeem code section in the in-game market and claim yourself a Movember glyph for 2023. This, I don't know if it's going to last the entire year, so really jump on it and grab it before this month is over if you haven't gotten it already. And that's... Movember is in, I guess, celebration of men's health. And they give us a bunch of mustaches, and they've been doing this for years. Always lots of, like, mustaches that we can pick and stuff in the store to throw on our frames to give him that like a sir look. So I want to say this: when it comes to Duviri, if you're fighting like an enemy that takes a lot of health or whatever, and you got to slap at it a while, I usually like doing heavy attack and then normal melee and heavy attack and normal melee, because ultimately what it winds up doing is it keeps the flow of my strikes coming in, and just kind of like that. So I'll do heavy. And then I'll... Oh my god. I'm talking! Stop interrupting me. Heavy, and then melee. It's like he's dead. It's just... I don't know. It's easy. Here. Heavy, and then melee, and then heavy, and then melee. And it's... A lot of times that gets me through, like, every battle here. And it's just... It's a nice little combo that I just love doing. So, every second you are moving, gain 10 damage. Yeah, we're gonna do that one. So, this is all... That was also a double. So, it gave me credit for 2 decrees. As you can see now, it says I have 3 of them. So, that's wonderful. Alright. Next on the list of news to talk about. Norris Mix Volume 5 is coming Wednesday, November 29th. The current Nightwave has just ended today. And I heard that there was... Some of you were able to see the new rewards in-game of Nightwave, but by the time I signed on, it's not there. So, I don't know if that just happened on PlayStation or what, but when I got on, I couldn't see any of the new rewards or the new Nightwave thing. As you can see at the bottom there, it's like non-existent. So, oh no. Oh no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. It takes so long. I feel like it's just... It's not that it's hard, it's just... The enemies are so slow to get over here and die with these defenses. But anyway, that's a little fun thing that happened with Nightwave. Some of you were actually able to see the rewards, and maybe you can let me know if you can still see them. If you just happen to be... And like, what platform are you on if you can still see them? Alright, I know he's still alive, but... Get off the thing. So, since we have a defense and time to kill... Oh, you know what? Yeah, Nucor. Forgot I had this. This is gonna... Here. There we go. This is a blessing. Let's go, Nucor. Let's go. As Stalker, by the way, I do want to say this. That if, let's say, You know when you do circuit runs and you're like, oh, I don't like any of my frames, or I don't have any good weapons, or like whatever it might be. Like, and then you go and do like one run. If you have a team that has the ability to carry you for a few waves or whatever, you don't need to leave after the first run if you get Stalker. Because his invisibility, it's like, look at the energy that it's costing me to do this. And plus energy drops on the map as well. It's so easy to stay alive as Stalker in the beginning, even on Steel Path. Because when I do the circuit runs, I'm usually doing Steel Path. And it, like, let's say I just don't like my weapons and I wasn't really happy with the frames that I got to choose from. If Stalker is one of them, I know that I can stay alive easily for like at least maybe the first round of, or not the first round, but like let's say the first set of missions, first 5 or 6 set of missions, I can pretty much keep myself alive just with this invisibility thing. And that's like barely helping because I have garbage weapons and the builds on them suck. And like whatever it is, as long as my team is like even decent, Stalker is definitely one that you can usually stay alive with. So I do like picking him and I appreciate him for it. Other ones, just think of like all the frames that go invisible. And like, kind of like I said a little bit ago, like I can just quickly go invisible and there's not really an issue because the enemies don't know I'm here. So it's easy for me to stay alive. And let's go over some of Stalker's abilities. So his one, hacha, just yeet myself over there. This way I don't have to work my leg muscles out. I'll just teleport. And then his second ability is marking an enemy for death. You have been marked, brat. And then his ultimate ability, look at this. I'm like a Buddha in an invisible car. Really like that one. I think it's adorable. I don't know what it is, but this makes me giggle every time. It's just, there's something about that. It's just, the animation is just, I don't know, silly. So, yes, Nucor, you are a lifesaver. I appreciate you helping me speed this up. This is wonderful. I don't know how many of you typically pick rolling reloads weapons, but oh my god, I love that one. That decree, I feel like at first, when I first saw it, maybe you'd be like this too. It looks like a useless decree. Rolling reloads weapons. Or I could just wait a second, pick a different decree. Yeah, but like, a lot of times, I guess it really depends on the weapons you have and how familiar you are with them. I just think it's great, to be honest, to be able to roll. A lot of times rolling is faster than reloading some of the other weapons that you'd get as choices in the game. But, alright, back on track. So Devstream is this Friday. I'm going to pick nearby enemies affected by cold. I like that one because it slows down the enemies if I have to fight groups or whatever. So I'm going to do an energizing shrine here. We have the Devstream is Friday, November 24th. And they are going to be discussing a bunch of things that we'll go over a little bit right now. So first being that they're going to address cross-save. If we are lucky, they're going to tell us when cross-save is going to happen. And it should be this year. Also, I forgot to mention, the drop for this Devstream is going to be an Umbra Forma. So make sure that you are on Warframe's Devstream on Friday. And that you are totally linked up as you should be so that you can get this Umbra Forma. They do not come around a lot. Which, lately, they've been given these formas to us as rewards, which is a blessing. Because they don't come around a lot, and because they're such a great thing to have, or to be able to utilize in the game, it's just great that they keep coming around. I hope this is the last one. Yes, thank God. Because I'm talking and half paying attention, and I just would have been stuck here if that wasn't the last one. Alright, now we have another decree, which you're gonna skip these, and yes, status effects double. Let's go. Every time double status effects, double crit, or double melee pops up, I will pick that. I will for sure pick those. Okay, so Devstream, Umbral Forma, be there, be square. Make sure you guys are all linked up and everything. So they're going to talk about cross save. They also mentioned they're going to talk about cross trade. And maybe this is a topic we should get into. So, thoughts on cross trade. I've been asked this for the last 2 years that they've been mentioning cross trade is going to be a thing. They have been saying, people have been saying like, oh, it's going to break the market. Everything's going to get so cheap. Or, oh, other people are afraid that everything's going to get expensive. And my whole take on it is I don't know what's going to happen. And I don't feel like because I can control it, it makes sense for me to be upset about something I can't control. Some of you are adults and are going to feel what that, like what I'm saying there. And other of you maybe haven't evolved to that yet. But if it's out of your control, does it really make to get upset about it? You know, like, is cross trade going to be a good thing? Like, I want it to be. I really, and I think that's how everybody else feels. I think we all want it to be a good thing. But if it's going to, like, crap on the prices and make everything crazy cheap, what a lot of these children don't realize with their wanting everything in the game, like, incredibly low, is that you unfortunately, when it comes to trade chat, we're unfortunately living in a situation where it's one of those, you work hard now and enjoy life later, or you enjoy life now and have to work hard later. And everybody that wants everything to be incredibly low in the game doesn't realize that, like, that's great. You know, you want to buy stuff really low right now, but later, when you want to make platinum to buy items or things out of the in-game shop, well, you help drive the price down with everybody else that doesn't get this concept. And now when it's your turn to be buying things, now you have to work extra hard to make the platinum to get it because you drove the prices down. So, let's say you could sell a frame. Remember back in the day, you used to be able to sell Warframes for like prime frames for like 400 platinum, 300 platinum, whatever it might be. And now it's like 100, 200 platinum. Yeah, you're having to work 2 to 3 to sometimes 4 times harder now to be able to get the same bundle or whatever out of the store because you just so adamant on being selfish and driving prices down right now that you're like not setting yourself up for success later. And it's, I don't know, a lot of you get what I'm saying, but a lot of you don't get what I'm saying. And that's what's really terrible, is that, I don't know, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter to me. I'm just saying, like, I care more so about not being in the drama of all this. I don't care about, you know, like, any of that sort of stuff. What matters to me is that when new players play this game, they feel like they have a chance. Somebody on my stream the other day said that they're brand new to the game, or they had stepped away from the game for like many years, like 5 years or something. And now that they're back and they're looking at the game, they're afraid that, like, they don't know how long they have to catch up. They don't know if it's even worth playing the game anymore because they just don't know. But from a new player's point of view, it's like, if you don't know what's going on in this game, and you're like, oh, like, it might take me, the game's been out for 10 years, and I see all these other players that have, you know, just everything in the game, but they've been playing for 10 years. A new player might think that they have to play it for 10 years to get everything, and that's not the case, thank God. It is going to take a while, for sure, but it ain't going to take 10 years. I would imagine if I had to start all this over again from scratch, which I don't ever want to do, but if I had to start all this over again from scratch, I would think that within 6 months I would be caught up again. Would I be completely caught up? No, I definitely wouldn't. I wouldn't have all the cosmetics that I have from, like, doing all the extra crap. But, like, my mastery rank wise, I think I could be a top mastery rank in 6 months. And being that I kind of do this as, you know, like, for work, so to speak, you know, creating content and everything, it might be sooner than 6 months. But for the average, I don't know, just feel like giving myself a little leeway. Yeah, I think I could do it in 6 months. But a brand new player doesn't, like, wouldn't necessarily know that. And I hope I have not been talking so much. And honestly, I cannot stand when they give us survivals. They just take up so much time. It's like, I don't even want to be doing this part of Duviri. I want to be running around as my operator or drift or whatever, and just doing all that because that's the fun part of it. And then they go ahead and they do stuff like, hey, do these other little things that you've already been doing for the last 10 years. You know, the stuff that you're used to for the rest of the game. And it's like, thanks for your update. Thanks for the Duviri. Overall, I'm not trying to make it sound like I don't like Duviri. I really do like Duviri. But not this part. Not this War Prize related type missions. Could care less. But we have 23 seconds left. It looks like we're gonna make it. Anyway, the whole point of my rambling and everything about this whole what I think is gonna happen with cross trade and everything is that it's gonna get something is gonna happen to it, and whether we know or not, whether it's gonna drive prices up, decrease prices, or even, you know, be wonderful, nothing happens. Everything just kind of stays the same eventually. I do think prices are gonna like just go off the rails at first. I think we're gonna see some wild wanna buys and wild wanna sells in trade chat when cross trade happens. But at the end of the day, it's gonna find a balance. Whether that balance happens in 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, whatever. Sooner or later, the game is gonna find a balance in trade chat. And when that happens, I kind of hope it's similar to how it is now. If not, prices being a little bit higher for things, because, like I said previously, it's gonna come down to people needing to realize that it's one of those, either you get everything now and then everything sucks later, or everything sucks now but then you get everything later. So that's kind of my 2 cents on it. And next piece of update, they will be covering Whispers in the Walls. So, the dev stream this Friday, Whispers in the Walls. Let's go. Cannot wait for that. I do want to have a secret shout out in this video. We'll do it in a little bit. And it's got to protect Spanky over here. I love how this Duviri run is giving me things that just take extra time to complete. Are we done here? We're done here. Let's go. Alright, target becomes more vulnerable with each shot. Let's do that. Because of the weapons that I picked for this run, I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to quickly slay the Oral Worm, or if I'm going to have to wait for the art gun to drop in order to get it dead. But they're going to cover Whispers in the Walls. D is also going to be covering a little bit more about Corvex, and they'll probably be showing him off. As I don't remember specifically if they said they were going to do that, but I think they probably will. Here we go. Here we go. Where are you? Oh, easy trinkets. I love it. Simple. Collecting trinkets. My favorite. How did you know? They're also going to cover a new primed frame, as I am very excited about. Unless they really, oh my god, I don't even know what, I want to say some really messed up things as a joke, but they're too messed up, so I just have to skip this part. But let's just say I'm going to be really unhappy if they drop the ball again on who this next prime frame is supposed to be. And I really hope they just announce it during this dev stream and say, yeah, it's Gauss. We skipped him last time. It was supposed to be Gauss instead of Grendel, but you know what? We big brained it. We're like, people are probably going to spend more money during the holidays. Gauss is more popular than Grendel, so we thought we'd save him for then. I swear to God, if they do not give us Gauss Prime as the Prime drop this year, I don't even know. I just feel like I want to take this game and throw it. Because realistically, this is what's going to happen. If they don't give us Gauss, this is why we need to riot. Not like seriously, I'm just being funny. But let's pretend. Let's pretend it we're okay to riot. This is what we're going to do. We're going to riot. Because this is the last chance for it to be Gauss before we're going to have to wait 9 months for the next male frame to come out and be an option in the game. Because they always do it that way. They do 2 males, 2 females, 2 males, 2 females. That's how they release the prime frames. That's how they've been doing it for years. So, we had Grendel, who is male. We have 1 more male left. It has to be Gauss. If it's not, riot. Because I do not feel like waiting even longer. I'm sure a lot of you don't either. Gauss is really popular, and I'm sure a lot of you would be like, just incredibly happy. Like, just, what do you, just... With all this cross-trade BS, and dragging it out for however many years it's been already. You know what I'm saying? Let's just make a Tennos holiday season. Give us something we really care about. Give us Gauss Prime. Just do it. Don't think about it. Just do it. What are you looking at? Your data, your stats, your statistics? Don't worry about that. Just do it. So anyway, Gauss. We also have Warframe Alpha to look forward to. I wonder how well that's gonna do. Oh, that's rough. Yeah, this kind of sucks. But it worked. Okay. That is not as bad as I thought it might have been. Definitely probably wouldn't have been better with the new core. But anyway, here we are. Here we are, fighting the world famous Oro Worm. 15 enemies to kill, 12 left. And I thinking we may not need the arc gun. What do you think? Should I test out the new core so you guys can see what it does? One of these rings. That was a great little kill right there. Yeah, just get them all at once. I love it. See how much easier this is when you're invisible. Love it. Alright, quickly reload weapon. Go invisible. I'm gonna try and hit one of these. Let's see what this does. Oh! Maybe... When did I test this that I thought it was incredibly bad? It might have been on Steel Path when I tested my new core last time, because this is doing wonders here. That does not reach. Unfortunately, does not reach. Okay, you really got to get up in there. You know when, like, you're hanging out with your girlfriend and you're like, honey, today it's prostate day. She's like, oh, I just got my nails done. And you're like, that's why it's prostate day. That's what it is. You got to get up in there to get that Oro Worm thing. I don't even know. I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about. Okay. We hear you? Where is it? Last one. Yeah, this is what I mean. Gotta get up in there for that. Oh, great. That was the pain in the butt one to get. Pun intended. Pleasure in the butt one to get. I don't know. You know what? Those of you that are this far in the video anyway. Good for you. Okay, great. Oro Worm is done. As Stalker, just a little bit of Stalker gameplay. Reloading weapon. Yeah, normally I'd pick that. Doesn't matter at this point. So, as you can see, it doesn't really matter what decrees you pick when you're doing this. It's pretty much designed for you to be able to get through it anyway, like whatever you want to do. But back to really quick, because I don't know if I mentioned this. Warframe Alpha is happening this, or Warframe Alpha is going to be talked about during the dev stream, and I'm looking forward to that. I think they said it was going to drop this year, so we might have a chance to actually get to play that. And just, this is kind of like a last call right now. I'm going to throw this up into the video. So these are the comments from yesterday's video, which thank you guys so much. The secret shout out was made it to the end. Today's secret shout out is going to be Ember. So just say Ember. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pick a comment from somebody that said Ember. And you're going to be able to tell me what frame you want me to play as. Maybe you can pick a mission type or whatever, but just give me ideas or whatever. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep freeballing it. So there we have it. That's going to be a new thing that we're going to do. Make it to the end. I'm going to show off the comments. I'm going to tell you guys what, or whatever. I'm going to pick somebody's comment. You'll be featured in the next video, and we will go ahead and run whatever it is you want to see. But that was today's gameplay. Solo Stalker, Duviri, and a bunch of news of what's going on in Warframe. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. I will see you all later.